Hi there, so this is the behind the scenes video for our Digital Detox month, and I'm showing you how to use the Calm Tech Hub Tracker. Now, as you see, there are some initial instructions for you up at the top here, but I wanted to just show you basic, if you want to change things, how you can change them. So the website is your first, and that's where I suggest you enter your first information that we talked about. I've included a master template, which it says master template. So if you want to create a copy, all you need to do is click on this and do a duplicate. When you duplicate it, you get copy here, and then I would right click, rename, and say it whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it my new tab here so that you can see that this is what you want. So then if you want to make changes, like you want, say this is not enough rows for you, you want more rows, the way I suggest you do it is highlight, let's highlight that many, and then right click and do insert 12 rows above. And what it does is it inserts it for you. Then what I suggest you do to get these nice little boxes is Control C, and then every second row you would Control V, like so. Oh, and see, if you do it too close, then it's right on top of each other. So then you can undo it and go one row down and one row down, and then it meets up nicely. If it doesn't meet up exactly right, you can always right click and delete a row. Okay, so then your titles. So if you want to change these titles and change the columns, you want to change the width and everything, just so that you're aware that these run across this. So whatever you create here, try and keep it in with this space. Look, it's not a big issue, but what will happen is if you make it bigger, it will not fit on a laptop screen, which is what I've really tried to keep with this. And when you make it bigger or smaller or whatever, it's going to move these images. So say, for example, you want this column to be wider. And if you don't know how wide it is that you want it, you might want to just drag it along. And here, okay, that stayed okay. But then this column, you might want it to be really small, like so. So it does adjust for you. And if you want to remove a column, you can do delete column. And here, then you're left with only 4 columns. And you can make those bigger as and when you want. Okay, so say I want those bigger and I want it like that. So that's how you can change column titles, etc. If you want something to be a big row, so say you want this to be bigger, the row, you can always resize the row. It's set to 21, but you might prefer something like 28. It depends on what you want. You can make the changes as you want. If you're going to do it for this one, I suggest you do it for all of them. So you just highlight them all to the bottom, just go up to here, hold down the shift key, highlight them all, then right click on row height, resize rows, and make them 28 and say OK. Then it will have highlighted all the rows for you. Okay, what else that you might need? So the Google Sheet automatically changes. It automatically changes and then, it automatically saves. What you may want to do before you change anything, And this is just handy. My Google Sheet is, you might want to go to settings, and mine is set for Australia. You may want to set it for your time zone, the locale and the time zone, especially if you're in the US, because you guys write your dates different. You write your month first, then the day, then the year, whereas in Australia we write the day first, then the month, then the year. So if you change this, then if you are using a date in one of your columns, then that should work. If you want a date, you can. So for example, you can format the number. You can always come to date, or you can do a custom date and time. And if you do a custom date and time, here you can select what you want. So this is day, month, year. If you wanted, if you wanted day, month, day, year, excuse me, just click on this and you can do month, day, year, and you can remove these. So delete, 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 and just remove those two and apply, and then that's how you have your month, and it will do the month in the right format for you. So I hope that helps. I think that's everything I can think of. Again, don't overwhelm yourself. Start with just the basics of your websites. Start with the basics of important links, and they may be things that you need to remember, or start with login data for tools that you might be using. What I do want to point out is you will see here it says password location, not necessarily password. If you want to be stricter with your data privacy, I would just type in where you keep your password. So for example, it might be in one LastPass password manager, or it might be in a specific Google Sheet you already have. If you're comfortable with adding your password in here, you can. I don't see a problem with it, especially if it's your own Google Sheet. I tend to do that. I will keep my passwords here, but if you're using like a password manager or anything, you can put the location here and then just write any notes applicable according to what you've done. So, whatever it is that you think is applicable that you need to keep in mind, I would add that in the notes. So I hope you find that useful. Enjoy using this tracker, and I know it will make your life easier. See ya.